petition to 200, 300, 400. In fact, there should be 100,000 signatures on this petition alone. There should be, because what we are talking about is we are talking about a continent that has been that has been that has been denied, that has been prevented from growing, from developing, because those military bases, they are there to actually cause destabilization, to cause division, to exploit our resources, to create to cause fighting among each other. And these bases, they are always in or close to where we have a large deposit of our mineral resources on the African continent. They must go. They must go. So please sign it, and I'm grateful for those of you who have signed it. 5 supporters have signed it. I've got some names who have signed this. Thank you very much. It is very important that you go ahead and sign it and share it to family and friends as well. The link is on here. So I've got 5 supporters, but I'm not quite sure who the names are, but I will make sure we continue. We continue to advocate for it. To please sign it. You're looking at it on the screen. The link is in my YouTube channel. I'm going to put it again in the YouTube channel that is going to come up shortly. Again, you will see it now. And I want to just bring that up because it's very important that we sign this petition. We cannot wait anymore. We're not prepared to wait for anybody to tell us, oh, no, you can't do that, or seek permission. No. We are taking control because it is our time to do so. We must, I repeat, we must ensure that this type of thing is not allowed to happen anymore. We have to make sure that we put all our emphasis on ensuring that all those bases, they're not allowed to exist on our soil, because they are causing division and they're oppressing us. And many of our leaders who are African leaders right now, they don't know that those bases are causing division, and they're not prepared to do anything about it. So please, as you're watching, sign that petition. Let me see who else is back. I want to make sure. Okay. Thank you, African Revolution. Thank you very much. Sign it. It's on my YouTube. I'm putting it on the YouTube right now. Give me 1 second, because I want to put it on the top. The link dropped earlier on, but that's fine. We are coming back again there live, and I want those of you who are watching now, sign that petition, and of course sign the other one with where we're talking about Ibrahim Traore being the leader of Africa. We need that to happen. We must make sure we continue this work. We must. Let's get to 100,000 signatures on that petition. It is that important, because those military bases are the most destructive thing that is destroying our development on the African continent. We cannot, when we have military bases that are actually geared to look at the interest of the people that created the military bases at the expense of the people who own the resources, then that is not working for our benefit. So let me just put this up quickly. 1 second. So you will see it. Those of you on YouTube, you can see it. So closure of all Western military bases. On the African continent. Go ahead.
I disagree with you about the leaders not knowing.
Oh, no. Oh, yes, you're right. I mean, of course they know.
They're overseers, and that is their job. It benefits them.
Yes.
It makes them wealthy. So watch the others and make sure they don't.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
Personally, I think they should get some 3D printers, because you can make pew-pews with 3D printers.
Yeah, that's true.
And have a stockpile. And then you're going to need to go to nuclear, because, well, everybody...
If everybody's got it, then we should have it. There's nothing wrong in us having it. There's nothing wrong in us having it.
So I want to talk about how Burkina Faso...
Yes, go ahead.
...has... well, it's military ran. I talked to somebody, they were very disturbed by military leadership. But it takes that. You can't pray away the very person that abuses you.
No. Prayer ain't gonna do it.
Them to stop. They're not gonna stop.
No. Prayer ain't gonna do it.
So you have to. It's not given. You got to take it.
Exactly. That's the thing. So it's very important. Well said, Linda. You are of course right. Many of the puppets, they've been paid to look the other way whilst they carry out this stuff. So they well know what's going on, but because they've stuffed their mouth with money, with paper, worthless paper, whilst they allow their people to be exploited, they can't say anything because they are puppets. And that's the key word. They are very much puppets. So thank you for that, Linda. Femax, you wanted to say something? Let me hear from you. Then we'll go to apostasy as well. Femax, you wanted to say a few words? Wanted to add something to the comment? If you do, let me hear from you. Greetings and welcome. Please sign the petition as you're coming in. Go and look at this petition. I'd like to see the numbers going up because it's a live petition right now. When you sign it, it will show up on the screen. It is a live document. It's a document that I created, and we very much need to raise this awareness. This is impacting every single African country, and we have the power, you and I, through social media, we have the power to make this change. We are calling for all those Western bases that is being used to destabilize Africa to go. It must all go. And we give condolences to many of the South African officers that have been unalived in Congo right now. Many of them were sent into to go and be peacekeepers in the Congo without having weapons, adequate weapons to protect themselves or maintain that peace. And we've heard that many South African officers have lost their lives. And may their soul rest in peace. And this is more reason we should no longer allow those who have been causing division among us to be amongst us in their bases, taking our resources. And that is why it is so important, this message, that the military bases, because of the destruction, the funding of insurgency, of the funding of the raping of women, it has to stop. So please, if you're watching this, go right now to Citizen AY on YouTube and click on that link and sign this petition. We need this petition to go viral. No questions. It must go viral. Those of you who have signed it, a round of applause to those who have signed it. We appreciate that. Please, not just sign it. Leave a video comment. And it's very important we get the message out there, because those bases on the African continent, they are destroying the development of the people on the African continent. They are being denied their right to enjoy the resources beneath their feet. This is not about hating. We're talking about the damage that these military bases are literally causing to the lives of millions of Africans, all 1.3 billion. It is our job, those of us that have voices, to speak up about this, to raise awareness, to energize us to get behind the great work that's been done by Ibrahim Traore, behind me, Asimi Gota, General Chani, who are standing proud and tall for Africans on the African continent. There is nobody's seeking to grab anything from anybody else. We just want Africans to benefit from their resources, rightly so. And you and I, this is a task left for you and I to do. Please sign that petition. Let us get to reach more people. You watch it now. I'd like to see 5 or 10 people right now. There's 60 people who are watching me on TikTok right now. I'd like you to get, yes, proud of the mighty 3. And well said, Linda. Absolutely. So we need as many. Don't just watch alone. Now we need you to take action. And it's taking action that we're calling for. The petition, those of you who are in the petition card, it's about calling for the closure of all Western military bases on the African continent. It's pinned in the section. In the comments, it's pinned at the top. And there you see all of the military bases. They are being used to take away African resources from African people. And they take away the resources, and at the same time, they are training insurgents to destabilize key areas where there are mineral resources. So it allows the military to now go and take the resources whilst the people are fighting each other. We need to put a stop to it. Those Western military bases, just like they've closed in Burkina Faso. Since they closed the military bases, the the government of Burkina Faso have now been able to take control of over 80% of their own territory. Before, when those military bases were there, they were able to only control 40% of their own territory. We need that closed. We need it closed. You know, it is more a petition. No. Petition is not the solution. I agree with you. But what we're saying is it is showing the strength of feeling. And definitely when we are going into spaces where we can speak about this, we have evidence of the support, the weighty support of those who want to see action taken to change it. We need that to stop. That's what we're saying. Femax, you want to say something? Go ahead. Femax, go ahead. Femax, are you there? Go ahead.
I want to say thanks to the president of Burkina Faso for his great work. We appreciate it. We are proud of him as an African. We pray that all the other leaders, African leaders, like for example, my country, I will not leave Sierra Leone being the president, learn from this man. And I also appreciate each and every contribution. We pray that we will continue to do this. Let's keep the fire burning.
Ashe.
And we appreciate you too. We appreciate you. More strength, more power.
Thank you. Thank you, Femax. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for that. And thank you for those kind words. So let's keep that going. Thank you so much. I'll come back to you. So somebody was asking me a question. Why do we need a petition? We need it, you know. So this is really important. We have to make sure we put pressure. Nobody is going to do this for us in the African continent. Look, in case you didn't hear. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry. Yes. So thank you very much, Femax. Thank you for that, and thank you for those of you watching. Yes. It is very important that we sign this petition. In case you didn't know, as Africans on the world stage, we have no friends. We don't got no friends. Period. When anything is happening in Africa, whatever it is, nobody comes to our aid. Nobody comes to our aid. We must therefore come to our own rescue. We are the cavalry that we've been waiting for. You and I, we are the cavalry that we'll be waiting for. So we need to prompt ourselves with action. Don't wait for anybody. You see, please, I'm also saying, please, let's put a stop to any aid. You see, any aid that you're getting, the US aid, the UK aid, any aid they say they are giving you, it is actually an aid designed to oppress you. Because that money that they call aid, they give it to insurgents to destabilize your community so they can take your resources. We don't need that kind of help. We must help ourselves. We are the cavalry that we have been waiting for. All of us. So I call you, as you're watching, everybody watching this, tap the screen, share, give the platform, sign the petition. Get on it right now. No ifs, no buts. You have the opportunity to just click that button. It shows you are willing, you're psychologically awake, and you are recharging yourself to make the change that we both wish to see happen on the African continent, supporting the man behind me, Ibrahim Traore, General Chiani, Assimi Goita, that you see behind me. We need to support them. This is no longer a question of just waiting and talking. Those who you call the leaders, they are puppet leaders, except for Assimi Goita of Mali, General Chiani of Niger, and of course the great man himself, Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso. These are real men. Kingdom Freedom, I'll bring you back up again. So, yeah, Kingdom Freedom. Yeah, go ahead, let me hear from you. You wanted to speak? Yeah, go ahead. Kingdom Freedom chat. Go ahead. So,
morning, my brother.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
So you are talking about a petition.
Yes.
My brother, petition will not work. Let's tell ourselves the truth.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, I'm listening. Go ahead.
Petition will not work. No matter the petition. Because what's petition? Writing books. You see how Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, especially Niger, how they chase them out in Africa. That's how they are going to go.
I agree with you.
Because
go ahead.
First of all, our leader have to be with us. And I thank God to the Ghana president. This Ghana new president is on the side of Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. I heard, I don't know if it is true, but I'm not confirming yet that he have asked American base to close the military base in Ghana.
I'm going to confirm it. I've not seen it. I've not had it confirmed.
But I saw it. Maybe some people just spoke it, but
yeah. Let's hope he's going to do that.
Can go It's by force. Because they are forces.
Yes.
They have to, no matter the patient you decide to death, they will not take it out.
I hear you. I hear you. What we are trying to do now is it's two things with the petition. It's not going to change anything. We know that. But when people who are coming online are signing this themselves, they have a documented evidence of the support it has for the closure. Now, those people can now start saying in those countries, we don't want you guys. We don't want you, and we support any leader that is taking them out. So it is not so much that it's going to close the base, but it is the action that will provoke in our communities where people are start saying, no, we don't want it. And it lets people know what is happening. So it is by itself alone, it will not close anything, but it is going to provoke the engagement.
They never like this military base in our land. They know.
Yes.
Know.
Yeah, but I'm saying among ourselves. Among ourselves.
These are the things that create terrorists in Africa.
Yes, indeed. Indeed.
They are terrorists.
They are.
They are not. America can never die for you.
No.
France can never die for you.
No way.
Spanish can never die for you.
No way.
If they have the military base there, it's for them to steal.
Exactly.
Okay,
exactly.
Look at what just happened recently. We heard that Don Bandit or Islamic terrorists attack Russian forces in Mali. And they kill some
unalive. Say unalive. Use the word unalive, please.
Unalive, most Russian soldiers. But France military are being in Africa. We have never heard that.
There you go.
One terrorist attack France soldiers or unalive them.
Exactly.
The same thing with American.
Good point.
Soldiers. We have terrorists, but they never touch American soldiers. They never touch France soldiers. They never touch Spanish soldiers.
Very good point.
Soldiers. Only Russian soldiers they have attacked and unalive. That's to show that this Western military base they are for the interest of these terrorists. They are the one creating these terrorists. They are the founder of terrorists. Because they have been feeding on African flesh, drinking from their blood.
Exactly.
That's why we are saying now that we don't want them in our land. They have to go. And the only way they can go is only one, and pray that we have a good leader. And look at what, you see what Chad just did recently? Yes. That chose them away too. Exactly.
And Senegal as well.
So the only people that cannot change is puppet. That's why we need to change this puppet. That's why we are praying that this military should continue to take over the government of Nigeria, Africa. Because this ECOWAS that we are talking about today now, it was military leader that formed ECOWAS. I don't know why it could become the hand of this civilian. You can never give your country to a civilian who is there to feed the stomach.
Exactly.
And if you look at the world today, if you look at the best leader in the world today, like Russian president, he's a former military man.
Yes.
Best leader in the world, they are former military. The military is the best leader.
Indeed.
Because they know the map, they know how to defend the country. Not just somebody who just came from somewhere, from inside their parlor and become your president.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Democracy.
No. Well said, Kingdom Freedom. Thank you so much for your comments. No. So you're right. I agree with you. We need something like what's happening in Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger to happen right across Africa. But we're trying to wake our people up by communicating and interacting online. We have to use social media the best way we can, but ultimately on ground, we have to encourage the true leaders who will step up across Africa and do exactly what Burkina Faso did, exactly what Mali did, exactly what Niger are doing in the names of Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso, General Chani of Niger, and Assimi Goïta of Mali. These are men who stood up for their people and they're working for their people. So thank you so much for that, my brother. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. Just one word, sir.
Yes, go ahead.
Just like what this M23 is doing now in Congo, this M23, we're in support of M23. They call them rebel, we call them leader.
Okay.
The Western media are calling them rebel.
Yes.
The we Pan-Africa, we are calling them leaders. These are the kind of leader we want in Africa. This M23 leader, we don't call them rebel, they're not rebel. These are leaders.
Yeah, okay. We will have to look at them.
We support them for them to take power from this so-called democratic elected president of
They are puppets. They are
Congo.
puppets. The leaders
Because
in
when
Congo are
is
puppets.
okay today, Africa will be okay because Congo is the heart of Africa.
Yes, it is. Yes. Yeah, will do.
Congo
Thank you.
is the heart of Africa because
Indeed.
Africa is sick today because the heart is sick.
Yeah.
Congo is the heart of Africa.
Yeah, it's true.
We have to station our energy to Congo.
Indeed, indeed. So
yes,
thank you.
Congo
Thank you.
Be free.
Yes.
When Congo free, Africa will be free.
Yeah. In fact,
Nkrumah said.
Yes.
He said that Congo is the heart of Africa. Anything happen to Congo affect all Africans.
Indeed, indeed, indeed.
That
well
we
said.
To protect Congo.
Well said. Well said.
We have to station our energy to Congo also. We have to be speaking about what is going on in Congo.
Yes, I exactly. I'm going to actually come. I'll do a show specifically on that. And I got a brother on ground in Congo who can tell us more about it. Peace Africa Hope.
Please.
He's a friend of this family. He will give us updates, and I've got other friends as well. So I will do that probably in the next show. But thank you so much. Sorry. Thank you. Sorry. I wanted to just give you a round of applause. 1 second. Yeah. Thank you so much, my brother. Kingdom Freedom. Thank you. I really appreciate your comments there. So we must support Congo. Thank you. Thank you. You're very, very welcome. Okay. I'll meet you this end now. Okay. Let us go to Synergy. Synergy, greetings and welcome. What would you like to say? Synergy, are you there? I'm going to unmute you. Let's hear from you. Greetings and welcome. What would you like to say? Go ahead.
Grand Rising.
Grand Rising. Grand Rising. Welcome.
I not so intellectually inclined like majority of you guys, but I would like to share my views.
Please let's hear your views, please.
In terms of what my brother saying that the petition won't do anything, but in my view, it will create an impact. It will form some form of where it shows that you have support. It may not be in where you're literally fighting anyone, but it shows that you have support. So I myself, I love Africa. I love Africans, whether you're Tutsis, you're Hutsis, Fulani, Dinka, you name them, right? Because I learned a lot from you guys. And without you guys, I would never know that spirituality really exists, and that it is within me, and that the different dialects and different languages that are there that they have destroyed from the Caribbean, because we only speak English because the British have destroyed everything.
Yeah.
Stolen the land.
Yeah.
They stole the bauxite. They stole the recent oil and the minerals that we have. So Africans must realize that they have potential. They have the real power, and because they have access to their minerals, and the people still have their languages. That's very important in my
very,
right?
Very.
So I encourage all Africans, whether you're from the Congo right back to Gaza, Mesopotamia, we are all black people. We must work together, because if we don't work together, remember the Muzungus, they are there. They are just waiting to move in to take over everything, and they are the one creating all these atrocities. They are the one creating all these proxy wars, funding all these jihads and different military groups within the different diaspora. And then now they are blackmailing the leaders. For example, for Paul Kagame, for example, in my country, Angola, they are literally controlling and manipulating these leaders for them to stay subjective to carry out their objective. And once the people, I love for the people to realize that and stop attacking their own people, because at the end of the day, that won't solve anything, because you're analyzing another black person. That is just giving them the pride to come in and say, oh, we have aid, we are going to help and support you, because you're giving them reason to come in more and more, and giving them reason to give you aid so they can exploit everything that you have naturally, and then give you paper and plastic money, which at the end of the day have no value.
Well said. Well said.
So I encourage everyone, just look within yourself, all black people, and don't see you yourself as the enemy, because you're not the enemy. It is the outsiders, the Muzungus, these white colonial people. They are the one creating all of the atrocities everywhere you can think of. But you're just sitting relaxed and waiting for the opportunity just to move in and just take over everything, create the legislation and policies, and endorsing homosexuality. Even my country, they're giving $1 million to promote batty business. How can that encourage or help a country? A man showing is kicking to a man's ass. How that can develop a country?
Exactly.
And encouraging women to lie down with women. That is basically destabilizing the whole population as itself. You understand?
Exactly.
So these are things that people literally look into and think, because you have a brain. And you take care of that of the Bible cannot help you. It has never helped my foreparents, right? So how is it going to help you?
Well said. Well said.
So these are the things that these intellectual inclined, so-called graduate and bachelor's and degree persons must really look into and stop subjecting themselves to this indoctrination and colonization.
Well said. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Synergy. It's a pleasure to have you on the broadcast. You spoke well, and I really support what you're saying. And you know, it is what it should be echoed, and we support that. Thank you once again, and please, everybody, let's continue. Like I said, sign that petition. Come on, I don't see numbers. I really, truly want to see people go and sign that petition. It's on my YouTube channel right now. You can see it on there. I can't post it on TikTok. But if you go to my YouTube channel, it's on there. The link is on there. In fact, I'll do one more thing for you to make it even easier for you to sign it, because you mustn't go away from this without signing it. It is very important that we do this. I need you to look at this. Where is it again? Okay, where is it?
Host, I'd like to say something about the petition, and for those who say that signing the petition is not going to help.
Go ahead, please. Go ahead.
First of all, I want to say that the journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step. This is not a physical battle, but it is showing support. So for anybody that is proud, like I am, of the Sahel states, the mighty three, I refer to them as, show your support. Sign the petition. Just show them that you are backing them, that they're doing a good job, because they really are. A car, a hospital, farming so well till they have extra food to help support the neighbors, which they should be doing. Everybody on the continent should be doing the things that they're doing.
Indeed.
So the military presence, some people are afraid to see pew-pews. But if they didn't have pew-pews, the enemy would just come in and just pew-pew them up and take over. So that's just necessary. You can't be praying, begging, and bowing before the enemy, hoping they stop. It didn't work in the 1800s.
It's not going to work now.
It's not going to work now.
No, not going to work
So
now.
we need to learn from the past so you don't keep doing the same thing. Because doing the same thing, expecting different results, is the definition of insanity.
Absolutely.
You just can't keep doing that.
Absolutely, Linda. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I'm not saying that prayer is bad. Go ahead, pray while you do what you have to do.
No. Well said. Thank you so much, Linda. That's well said. You know, we need to take that action. We need to do what we need to do. Don't rely on prayers. Take action. Sign that petition, you know, because we have to defend and protect ourselves. And this is part of the taking the steps. Doing this small thing, you may think it's nothing. But when we see the actual numbers, it gives what you are saying, whatever the discussion that you're having and the argument or the discussion you're having on the table, it gives it credence. And that is what we're after. It provokes the people to be more confident in those communities and say, look, this is why we're doing it, because we want good leaders to take over. You guys are bad leaders, and we don't want you guys in there. So it is about really prompting us to take action collectively. Like I said, we ain't got no friends. You heard?
And we don't just not have friends in Africa.
We ain't got no friends.
And I tell you, ain't no friends over here.
Exactly. So
we don't have friends nowhere. We don't have them in Haiti.
So
we don't have them in Jamaica.
Yeah.
We don't have them in Brazil.
Exactly.
We don't have them in the USA.
Exactly.
And we ain't got nowhere to go.
Exactly. So
because I know a lot of people when they hear the accent and realize that I was born in this country, which incidentally I didn't ask for.
Yeah.
My ancestors didn't get on a cruise ship to come here.
Yeah.
I'm just stuck here.
Exactly.
So now that I'm stuck here, I got to deal with them up close and personal on a daily basis.
Indeed.
I am so ashamed that they put this monster in power over here.
Oh God. Oh boy.
But
Oh,
I don't
boy.
have a choice now.
No.
He's in there.
Yeah.
And whether y'all know it or not, he is doing some crazy things on a daily basis. I can't. Oh my God! I wish I could just go home. Can I just go home?
Yeah, well,
go home straight now.
Yeah,
so I could just go home.
Yeah, we have to set it up, and that's what we're trying to do. So hopefully, we'll make the conditions right for you to be easy, for it to be easier for you to get there and back to Africa.
For those that are in opposition,
yeah,
of signing a petition, which simply shows that wonderful leader how much we appreciate what he's doing for his country, for his people.
Yeah.
Because I don't think anybody's hungry.
Jerry Coffee, greetings.
Surplus.
Yeah.
They have extra food.
Indeed.
He is now building apartments. He says nobody should be homeless.
Exactly.
So who could be against this?
Exactly.
So if you support him, you like what he's doing, go ahead and sign that petition.
Exactly.
Really, I think he should be the ruler of the whole entire continent.
Yeah.
And appoint some people that are like-minded, not going to be taking loans and making backdoor deals and keeping the country oppressed.
No, we're not having that.
We already know he's a good leader.
Yeah.
We can see that. We're not talking about what somebody said.
Yeah.
He's leading by example.
Yep.
Everyone should get on board. I don't know what is the problem. Well, why are they taking so long?
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be, people are waking up slowly. They are, and they'll get there. No doubt. But thank you so much.
Come on, y'all, sign this petition.
Yeah, thank you.
Because it needs to be presented to him, and it needs to be a lot of people on it.
Yeah.
So that he will smile and actually consider it.
Exactly. African Revolution, right. Thank you very much. Thank you, Linda. Thank you so very much for those words. A round of applause to Linda. Please gift Linda as well, and the moderator on the platform, and others as well. Follow us. Let's all follow each other. We need this support. And sign it, we need Ibrahim Traore to be the leader in Africa. And that petition, so please, there's two petitions. One is what you're seeing on the screen right now that says, sorry, let me just get back up, get out quickly. There's one petition right now on the screen that I'm looking at. That petition is calling for all Western bases to be closed because they are destroying Africa. They are preventing the development of Africa. It has to be closed. All of the Western bases must go. It's stopping the development of Africa for Africans, and it's enough. They have to go. So that's one. Please take a picture of this and sign it that way, or go to the YouTube channel and sign it there. Now, it's not about hating anybody. It's about doing what is best. It is looking out for African interest on the African continent. Looking out for African interest on the African continent. So please sign it. We need more people to go and sign this petition right now to close all Western military covert bases in Africa. They are destroying the lives of Africans. That is the fact. Now, the second part of the petition is the one I'm going to show you now. This one here. You can see, let me see how many people are going to sign that now. I hope people have signed it. 1782. So 4 people have signed it since I've been talking. 4 people have signed that. That's great. So that's the petition there. Let me get the link up for that. I'm going to just check something quickly. Is that the right one? I want to make sure I got the right link to it. I think that is indeed the right one. Let me just check something. So, okay. Yeah, got it there. Okay, so this petition here is to advocate for Ibrahim Traore to be the single leader of the whole of Africa. It's to show, we know that nothing is going to change when we say this, but it is showing our intent that we want a better Africa, and we have confidence in what the great man is doing. It is showing that we endorse the actions, the activities of Ibrahim Traore, making the lives of the people much better in comparison to all of the other puppet leaders on the African continent. We need him, Yes, and it's doable. It is doable, Kat. It is absolutely doable, and it's happening. Greetings, Jerry Coffee. Kaburu Camera, welcome once again on YouTube. Please, as you're watching, comment in, subscribe, hit the notification button, give us thumbs up on YouTube. The more you share it, the more it reaches more people, it's not delusional, Kat. It's not delusional. Somebody just said to me it's delusional. Does any of you believe that it is delusional to want Ibrahim Traore to be the president of Africa? It doesn't. No, Africa needs to be.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Somebody might believe, host, that is delusional, but they must be the son or the daughter of one of the crooked leaders that are benefiting.
Yeah.
From the oppression.
Yeah. I get
own people.
I get the impression.
Got to learn how to love ourselves.
I get I get the impression that this person is actually not African. That's the impression I get. I could be wrong, but I get the impression that the person is not African. It is, a non-African person with a perspective.
Okay, well, we just gonna dismiss them.
But there you go. So for us, we want to. That's the petition right there. Please make sure you go ahead and sign it. Let me just check it as I'm speaking to you now. I want to make sure you can take a picture of what you see on the screen there and go and sign it. And it's very important that we continue to sign this because now we need to take action, and signing it is like taking a step, into the unknown now and say, okay, fine, I'm ready for this. This is what we want to do. I am aware this is what we need to do, and I am putting my confidence in knowing that we, the people, we are ready for that change, and I am part of that change. So it's not just a question of just a signing alone process. It's a conscience that you are waking up. You are waking up spiritually. It is spiritual awakening. By you signing it, it shows that you are committed to this project. It shows that you're willing to you want to see that change happen. So, Kat, it is not delusional at all. It is not. You don't have to sign it. You don't have to sign it. Nobody's asking you to sign anything if you don't wish to. This is particularly for Africans to understand that it's time for us to take collective action and free Africa. By just praying alone, all that prayer nonsense will not work. So we stand firmly behind this great leader of ours, doing great things. I mean, he's building hospitals, he's building free homes, he's protecting the people. I mean, 80% from a nation where they were in control of only 40% of their territory. They are in control of over 80% of their own territory. They are building hospitals, they are building schools. They are wearing the judges are wearing native gowns now in the court. They're producing their own food. They're self-sufficient. They're manning their own gold. They're building their own cars. What is not to like about this man?
Their own jet.
They're doing their own
Burkina Airlines.
Yeah, exactly. What is not to like about Ibrahim Traore? Please tell me. What is not to like? So we need to we back this. It's not a question of even a debate. It's not even. I'm not debating this. It is what we are willing it to be. So it is already so. I share, and that is it.
Where do they find it? It's on YouTube.
It is on YouTube. Look, if you look on the screen right now, you can take a picture. Let me drop it down in case you don't see it fully. I'm going to drop. It's on YouTube, but I'm going to show you another thing as well. Not that one. Sorry. Give me 1 sec. Okay. So let me put that to the back. Let me move that away because they're going to confuse. So what I want you to do is Stonebridge, I'll accept you as well. So now what I want you to do, those of you watching, is this. 1 second. Let me just meet everybody else and I'll answer you. I'll come and speak to you briefly. So as you're watching, please sign it. No, we're given reasons because the track record of Ibrahim Traore right now in Burkina Faso, he's making the lives of the people better. The economy is growing. Their economy is one of the fastest growing. It's not the logistics. It is not impossible. In fact, it is possible. We are making it possible by speaking it into the ether, and it is already so.
Talking to the troll.
I'm just answering. I'm going to ignore him.
Talking to the troll.
Yeah. So yeah, you're right. So now
I see the troll, they out of here.
Yeah. No. So what I want to say is this. Please, those of you watching, you can take a screenshot right now on the screen. You see the picture. Take a screenshot of what you see on the screen right now, and then highlight that section that I highlighted, and go into and drop into your search engine, and you can post it. You can click and sign it that way, or you can go right now to my live my on Citizen AY on YouTube right now, live on there, and sign that petition and help us reach more people to sign it as well. When we started, it was about 1,200 people that signed it. It's now over 1,700. So there's over 500 people that have signed it through to, you know, that due to the effort of we've been promoting this. So we want you to sign it. It's a demonstration of intent, and we have no, you know.
There are so many people on the continent. We need to be talking about
Exactly.
millions of people
Exactly.
have signed this
Exactly.
petition.
So
please,
this
is just the beginning.
Exactly.
Of it. So
Exactly.
we're looking for this thing
Yeah.
to grow by leaps and
Yes.
bounds.
Yes.
Everybody coming through.
Yes.
Share the live so your friends will know about it too.
Yes.
So they can sign it so we can get these numbers up.
Exactly. So please, let's do that. We have to keep that going. We got to look. Africa is waking up every day, and the more you sign this, the more, you know, exactly. It's pinned on the message box on Citizen AY on YouTube right now. It is live on there. You know, go and do it. So you have the options: take a screenshot or go to the YouTube. And when you go to the YouTube, don't forget, subscribe onto the platform Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. It is important that we do so. And turn on the notification as well. Help us grow that platform. The work we need to do, there is so much work we need to do in all parts of Africa. There are wars that are the basis. That's why I'm talking about this. When we have Ibrahim Traore as the president of the whole of Africa, he will not tolerate any military base from the Western military countries. He will not, it just will not happen. Because right now in Burkina Faso, all of the Western bases are out. They are not on his soil. And that is what we need to happen. Because the bases are bases used in destroying the lives of millions of people, millions of Africans, denying them access to their own resources. This is not a hate speech. This is the reality of having those Western bases. Because what they do is took away the resources from the people that it rightfully belongs to, Africans. And it's enough. We say no more to that. So demonstrate your passion for this by supporting this. Like I said, in Europe now, for example.
Can I say it again?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Everybody needs to know, especially when they're in a fight, who they're dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
Who they're dealing with right now.
Yeah.
Is something that will unalive. I say something, not a person or a group. Something, a force that will unalive, steal, and then turn around and lie about it and say it's all your fault and they just the good ones and you're the bad ones. So as long as you know what you're dealing with, you must never forget what you're dealing with. I don't care how many gifts they bring, how big that smile is, they have a purpose. And they never get sidetracked from their purpose, which is stealing, and they'll unalive to do it.
Exactly.
And then turn around and lie about it. So just don't forget that when you're dealing with the opposition.
Yes.
I won't call them the enemy.
No, exactly.
I don't think they hate anybody.
Exactly.
I think they just want what they want. They see resources, gold, diamonds, and all bunch of other minerals, and they want it.
1 second.
They come in.
Yeah.
They start lying. They start stealing.
Yeah.
And if you don't cooperate, there will be unalive.
Yeah. Yeah. Indeed. Thank you very much.
We can't hear you.
Thank you very much for that, Linda. Somebody on here says, I don't understand why an American is speaking on this. And I'm telling them that she is an African American and she has every right to speak about it.
I'll put my black picture up there so you can see I'm a black person.
Exactly.
Black people globally.
Good.
That's why.
Good.
Because I'm black.
And I'm
meaning
proud.
My ancestors are from Africa.
Yes.
And because I have a voice and an opinion.
Yeah.
And that's why the Black American is speaking on this.
Yeah.
Because I don't even belong here.
Yeah.
They displaced me.
Yeah. Exactly. You're right. Yeah. You're right. Well said. Hang on. Can you hear me? Yes, you can hear me. Good. Okay. So yes, you're right. You're absolutely right, Linda.
I'm not a pretending.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't deny my blackness. I don't deny my culture.
Exactly.
I'm African, all sick somewhere else and left there.
That's it. Exactly.
also, sorry if I interject this way.
No, please go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm going to leave this live within a few minutes.
Okay, go ahead.
And first of all, I wanted to say to Miss Lady that the fact that African Americans are involved or feel involved about African issues is not something new. First of all, because the whole Pan-Africanism thing started with African Americans.
1 minute.
Sorry for the voice.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. We hear you.
And the last statement that I wanted to make is that first of all, I wanted to go back when we were talking about nuclear weapons.
Yes.
For Africa, and what I think is that to achieve it, we should reach all the sovereignties that I was speaking before. Because when it will be the time, we will have to be able to have a functional economy which backs our production, whatever it will be, civilian or military. Let's make an example with what is happening in the DRC Congo.
Yeah.
Because there, if you see the comparison between the M23 rebels and the Rwandans also, of course, and the military, the FRDC, the military of the DRC, actually it seems that the rebels are a regular army, and the regular army seems like a militia. So they are not equipped. They are not trained.
No.
They are lacking everything, even bulletproof jackets.
Yep.
They don't have. The M23.
They have everything. And that tells you a lot. That tells you a lot.
Exactly.
That tells you a lot right there.
In the Congolese, they are even not paid sometimes.
Yeah, exactly.
They wait months. So this affects your morale. And also you have the problem of equipment, ammunition, and food.
Exactly.
For the soldiers.
Exactly.
So this is the reason why our country, 100 million stronger population, is succumbing under a militia funded by a country which is only 14 million.
Exactly. But that country is a proxy of the West, as we all know. It's a proxy of the West. It's a proxy of the West. And that's the thing that we have to...
If we have to say it all, the same West is denying the DRC access to weaponry.
Exactly.
In the international market.
Exactly.
There is a ban.
Exactly.
So
it is.
So
well said.
What I wanted to mean is that if we want to achieve the position to be a threat to any wannabe invader, it is actually that we have to build a strong economy first.
Indeed.
In order that our future military will be well equipped, well fed, paid.
That's exactly what Ibrahim Traore is doing.
That's the point.
That's exactly what Ibrahim Traore is doing. Yes.
Exactly.
Exactly what he's doing. And that is what we need to do. But thank you so much, African Revolution. Thank you so much. I appreciate your comments, my brother. I'm going to... Oh, there are persons left. Thank you. I'll be back again. I'll come back to you. Synergy wanted to say a few words, but thank you so much. And thank you. I agree with you. That last comment is so important. And we need to really understand that. That's why when another person was talking about M23, I was a bit reluctant. And I'm so glad that African Revolution said it. M23 is funded, indeed, by the other government, foreign, external to DRC. And that government itself is in turn funded by the Western powers because they are interested in keeping the division going to make the area destabilized so they can cut away the resources. Please sign the petition to make this man the president of the whole of Africa because he's antecedents. What he's doing in Burkina Faso in 3 years, 2 or 3 years, you cannot recognize the Burkina Faso that was there prior. He has changed it. The security, the safety, the self-sufficiency in food, There are so many things. I could go on. I can list off the list of achievements of Ibrahim Traore.
I care about the health care.
So, I mean, I don't know, before you came, I posted it, I just did a video where they are building a 500 patient hospital in a place called Bobo Dioulasso. And there it's going to have MRI scans, the latest technology, all of it. Modern. And it'll be ready this year. So, and I show, so it's going to be ready this year. So all of this stuff is not, it's not talk. So when we come and speak about this, it is something that we are very aware, you know.
There's something else I want to mention about the hospital.
Yes, please, go ahead. Go ahead.
That they are training, so education is to go on in Burkina Faso to retain the smart people they're educating, so they're not trying to do like other countries.
They stay in. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's exactly it.
Because there will be jobs available for them at home.
Yeah.
So when you train them at home, and there's a job available at home, this is just a step moving forward.
Exactly.
Because when you look at the other countries, people are trying to run away to go to school or go to school, then run away.
Exactly.
But they run away and they don't come back.
Yeah.
I mean, they come back for a visit.
Yeah.
And they get up out of there again.
Yeah.
So he's trying to stop that from happening. I enjoy seeing him have chats with the young people to find out their interests.
Exactly. Linda, somebody
wanted to say something. I'm sorry, Tim.
That's okay. Somebody on YouTube, obviously I think I'm not quite sure. They don't support what we're saying, but that's fine. They asked a question. They said, what will happen to gay people if Traore is in power? And I have a simple I have a simple thing. What happens to Africans when they go to America? When they don't have visas? When they don't, what happens? Don't they, you have to comply with whatever they do in America. You just have to comply. That's, you have to comply by their rules. If the people in that area decide this is what they want to do, you comply or you stay away. So it's not a question of anybody trying to put anything.
I want to know, what does homosexuality have to do with people getting good food?
Thank you.
Education.
So why
would they put that at the top of the list?
There you go.
For a group of people.
Exactly. So I'm like I said, this is not about whatever my preference and all of that. The fact of the matter is that in Africa, the resources that we have has been looted by these same people. And when this man is doing the great work he's doing, we must support him 1,000%. And many millions of Africans all over the world are supporting the Alliance of Sahel States. So I mean, it's not about what will happen. Simple. Right now in America, people who are in America now, if you can bear witness to this, people who have got foreigners who have got children in America now, those children are not allowed to claim American citizenship right now. But nobody's talking. But I don't hear Kat talking about that.
I don't know who this person is that's trying to sidetrack and derail positive conversation.
They're gonna fail.
Nobody care who they sleeping with.
Exactly. That's not what we're interested in. We're not interested in that. Exactly. So just for Kat, just so you know, if you're going to be pointing fingers about what is happening in Africa, I think you need to look more closer home in America and find out why is it that Americans who are asking people to come and work for peanuts, but then the family of those people working for peanuts cannot claim citizenship under Trump. Please deal with that and let us deal with Africa. We good. We be all right. We be all right.
Into this conversation, talking about who somebody sleeping with.
That is up to them, and I'm not
talking about the growth of a nation.
Exactly.
Of a whole continent.
Exactly.
Food, clothing, shelter, education, healthcare.
Exactly.
Here they are talking about who's sleeping with who.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah. So, but what we're saying anyway, going back to the point, thank you very much, Kat, for joining. You're welcome to stay. We are going to carry on with our main topic. Please sign this petition advocating for Ibrahim Traore to be the president for the whole of Africa, because African Union is not doing it. What they're doing in Alliance of Sahel States is what we want replicated across the whole of Africa right now. We want to give them a round of applause for the work they're doing. Ibrahim Traore, Assimi Goïta, General Chani, the ones who are standing behind me right now, they are amazing guys, and we support them. Please sign that petition. Let's go and see how many people have signed it thus far since I've been talking on air right now. So there are people signing it. It's still 1786. That's great. Let's keep that going. We want to get to 2,500, the next goal, according to change.org. Now, the other thing I want us to do before I start bringing this to a close, please, the other petition I talked about, not to confuse you, but I need you to really be on message on that as well. That military bases, we can see this is impacting the whole of Africa without question. And you need to understand something. When there are military bases, it might not be in your country, in Africa exactly, but if it is around you, it is impacting your way of life. It is impacting your ability to do things. It's all impacting it, you know. So it is so important that we begin to understand the impact of these military bases, not only in the country that it's in, but in the neighboring countries on the African continent. Because when they are destabilizing that country with the military base, with these insurgencies, guess what? The people will they will take flight to the next country. So we don't want those bases on the African continent. Thank you very much. It's time for you to go. Sayonara, as they say. Bye-bye, you know, adios, you know, go, whatever way, odabo in Yoruba, you know, just, you know, go along now, you know, run along now. We had enough of it, you know.
So the person that came in saying that foolishness, I don't know why people can't stay focused. Because that's going to be an issue. If we're trying to do a march from one place to the other, and somebody else wants to start talking about who's sleeping with who, it just don't make no sense to me. So if we can't focus, take a look at the big picture, which is not about who's sleeping with who. No. So synergy has been interrupted so many times. Please let him.
We will just. So I'm leaving that now. So please go and sign this. Let us hear from user B something 85. Welcome on board. What would you like to say? Thank you very much for that, Linda. User B something. You want to say something? Let's hear from you. Go ahead. User B. You just let me. I'm unmuting you. User 856. Would you like to say a few words? I'm unmuting you. Let's hear your thoughts. It's important that we hear your thoughts. You know. Very, very important that we understand what's going on here. Okay, they're not able to speak. Synergy, sorry, Synergy, I forgot, I was going to bring you on board. You wanted to speak. I knew there was somebody I was going to bring on board. Synergy, go ahead. Thank you. Sorry, apologies for keeping you waiting. Go ahead, sorry.
Thank you very much. Am I echoing?
No, not now. You're good. You're not echoing. Go ahead.
All right. So you mentioned about Traore. Traore is my hero, my idol. At first it was Malcolm X. First it was Malcolm X, then was Marcus Garvey. And reason being, it was Malcolm X who really opened my eyes to what is really going on. And Marcus Garvey, they really teach little about him in my country. So I knew little about him. When I did the investigation, I realized he was doing a lot. And also, you know, also for Africa. And they basically blackmail him and basically to cripple him and to sink his cooperation. Now, as we go forward, I would like to speak on the fact that for my country, where they are giving $1.5 million for endorsing this transmission business. Now, in majority of the communities in my area, don't have proper running water.
See?
Don't have proper road.
You see?
The healthcare system, if you go there now, you spend practically 24 hours before you get attention. It might be critical or just a minor incident. Right? and they are willing to spend money on things that is not going to benefit the population.
Indeed,
in a
indeed,
significant way.
indeed.
And why I'm saying this, the African can use this as an example to guide themselves in terms of what the so-called aid that they're going to give you.
Thank you.
But also, what you must realize that when they give you aid, the aids are chemicals, literal chemicals. The food, the same thing. The vaccination, that's the most deadly one. They are telling you that they are giving you a chemical to treat something that has nothing to do with what they are telling you to do. And that is one of the ways they have been destroying the population.
Yeah.
Trans people and turning people into transgender and telling that it is normal. You cannot be normal by you are born as a male and then you are telling yourself that you are a female. That is not normal.
Indeed.
That's never been the way of life.
No.
So I encourage, as I said, look at our mistakes, look at what have happened to us in this region. They have given us aid and what it is today. Our country is more poor. The black community is the poorest in our diaspora.
Exactly.
White community, they have all the lands right across from Negril Point to Port Antonio.
Facts.
Right, and
Facts.
Right now, people are here, all they can find food to eat. So Africa must, think and work together, as I said, and use our the mistakes that we have made, our forefathers made, and use it as a guideline to go forward.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
And today's date, they are literally spraying chemicals over it, creating fake cloud in the Caribbean, in the Jamaica region. These jets fly to and from every day.
Wow.
They're mimicking the atmosphere, and because from now they are going to do the same thing. The moment they get the opportunity to take over your country, they're going to try to change the climate to suit their living conditions. So you have to be very mindful of these things when these Muzungus and these people coming in talking about they want they have no good intention.
None.
You have to be very careful.
Very, very, very well said. Well said, my brother. Thank you so much. Thank you. Let me just say thank you so very much for that. Well said, my brother. Well said. Everything you've ticked all the boxes, and many people need to understand what you just said there. Many Africans are now aware of, and that's why we do shows like this to bring it to our attention, so we know what is really being done. When they say they're giving you all of this stuff, everything you said has to be made known on the African continent. We've been too trusting. We need to question everything, and that's what I say. My motto is, as an African, you question everything. Question it. Research it. If your gut tells you it's wrong, don't do it. And that is what we need to do. They've made us so focused on trying to survive on what they put before us and just live on that. And we are way more than that. Our capacity to exist goes beyond what they are putting before us. And I keep saying it. We need to say no to any of the aids. Those aids, they are there to actually support the systems that are meant to keep us enslaved on our own continent. We need to reject it wholeheartedly. We need to go and create systems like what they're doing in Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. They are creating situations and conditions where the people are working. They are providing they're making their own food. They're making their own clothes. They're building the schools. They're building the hospitals. The farmers are they're giving more subsidies to the farmers. These are the real things we want to see across the whole of Africa, not just in Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. Across the whole of Africa, the time has come. It is very, very important. Again, talk about South Africa. Somebody just mentioned South Africa. Again, right now in South Africa, 72% of the land is still in the hands of those who colonized South Africa. 82% of the population are on 22% of the land. Just think about that for a minute. 82% of the population in South Africa are on 22% of the land. And the 72% of the land is in the hands of just 22% of the population who were the colonials. And that's the reality that people forget to understand. And that is why when we talk about South Africa, it exemplifies, it shows why we have to make sure that now in Africa, we tell our history. We must never forget what Cecil Rhodes did in South Africa in the 1897 Land Reform Act and 1917 Land Reform Act again. Those two acts, it took the land away from the Africans and put it in the hands of those who colonized them. And that is still the case today. And that is an injustice that must be repaired. We need to really confront that collectively. But I'll be doing a particular show on that again separately, because that's a big topic. But what I want to do right now, exactly. So what we want to do right now is to encourage you, please go and sign this petition. The one you're seeing on the screen, take a screenshot of it. Let me just, not that one. Is that it? No, not that one. Okay, please follow.
Okay, and while you're doing that, I want to make the public service.
Yeah, go ahead, please. Thank you very much.
You could just tap the screen.
Yeah, please.
It's free to tap the screen.
Yeah, tap on the screen.
Share the live. Because as many people as possible need to know. From what I understand, history is not really taught in the schools. But coming in here, we can get bits and pieces of history. We are looking at history in the making with the Mighty Three. I am glad to be alive during this time, looking at history being made.
Yeah.
I would love to see
Exactly.
an African documenting African history in the making.
Exactly.
Don't let the oppressor tell you your story. Because there will be some lies in your accounts.
Indeed. Well said. Thank you very much for that. Thank you, Linda. And once again, everybody, please continue to follow each other.
Sign the petition.
Yeah, sign the petition. We have to sign that petition. Now, we're going to move. I'll come back to the petition again, but I'm going to move to another topic that is close to our heart. Fema, she's just gone. I was going to mention it. Sorry, one more thing. I need to talk about this briefly. I may not be able to finish with the main topic I came with earlier, but we will see what we can do with it. Now, here, this is a very dear project to our heart. Linda is aware of it. Many of us are aware. It's called the Rescue Africans from Enslavement in African Countries. I'm proud to say that with our combined efforts, Linda, Vaname, Bantu Queen, Adiremi, and many others, and other people, we were able to raise funds from this Rescue Africans from Enslavement in Arab countries, and we were able to get one of our sisters back home. She was enslaved in Arab country. Her name is, I'm saying her name now, her name is Aisha, but we knew her as Grace because at the time she couldn't mention her name. So we managed to raise over $1,040 for her through the GoFundMe that you see on the screen. And we sent the money to her. And after much back and forth and attempts by those people, the Iraqi people and the government to frustrate her, we were able to get her out of Iraq, and she went back to Sierra Leone. But now she's back with her auntie now in Ghana. And I spoke to her. Currently she's got typhoid because of the conditions in which she was kept in Iraq. So she's getting treatment in Ghana. We were able to get some funds together separately from this particular fund to get to her. So she's still receiving that treatment. I spoke to her this morning. When the time is right, she's going to join us. Her name is Aisha, like I said. So I want to take this opportunity to thank everybody that donated to make that a possibility, to make it a reality. What we want these funds to do, because as I speak to you now, there are thousands upon thousands and thousands and thousands of Africans. Okay, African Revolution, thank you very much. That's fine. That's okay, don't worry. So there are thousands and thousands and thousands of Africans that are enslaved right now in the continent. And what we want to do is to make sure that, let me make sure I get that. Okay, put this up. Yeah, open note. Okay, so give me 1 second, please. I'm going to just do that. So, okay. Give me 1 sec. I'm just trying to I pin that up because when I'm talking about issues, I want you to be able to connect it all. It's all got to be pulled together and make sense. So, that's the GoFundMe that you see on the screen there. If you can, it's called Rescue Africans from Enslavement in Arab Countries. Greetings and welcome to you all. What we've done, we don't just talk on this platform. We take action. People on this platform were generous enough. They donated to help us get Aisha out of that place in Iraq. And many people may not be aware. You know, in Arab world, Africans are seen as slaves in their eyes. They call us, they use the word abid, which it's a very offensive word. But what we are saying, and that is what I know for a fact, that when Ibrahim Traore becomes the president of the whole of the Africa, I know for a fact that one of the things that will be a no-no will be they will never allow any African to be treated in this manner again. Because as I speak, there are many people who are still in jail, who are enslaved, who have got their passport taken right across the Arab world, and they're Africans. And many African leaders pretend as though nothing has happened. They don't even mention it. They just think, we don't go there. But we need to put a stop to it. So like I said, the good news is we were able to help Aisha to get out of that mess. I mean, I'll see if I can get a picture or somewhere. Let me see. I can't do it now.
Host, I want to thank you for bringing awareness about this type of slavery.
Thank you.
Because I was unaware before your life that slavery was still going on. I know that in this country, they have real bad trafficking issues where they just snatch people up and they disappear. They don't know where they went. And sometimes they're still here, and sometimes they've left the country.
Exactly.
But one way or the other, when people are going someplace under pretenses and then treated horribly once they get there, it's just not right. I don't understand why the leaders are not making this a main issue for them to solve, for them to talk about with the other countries that are doing this. But that puppet thing is bad. It's real bad, which is all the more reason to have a leader who is caring. Because I know that one country can talk to another country. That is a good thing about being a member of a country, when you have your country backing you.
Exactly.
But clearly, the African countries are not backing them.
Exactly.
So we don't want to pretend that everything is wonderful, because it's not. There's still some issues.
Yeah.
The leaders, number one, are an issue because they're just overseers. They are allowing this. They're not saying anything. They're not doing anything. Because they could very well go to the leaders of these countries and demand you stop it. Not only stop it, send them back. They're ours.
Exactly. So thank you.
I hear you, host. You're muted.
Oh, sorry. Yes, exactly. Sorry, I mean, yes, exactly. Well said. Exactly. That is very, very important point you're making. And people all too often, a lot of people are not aware that even as I speak, in 2025, slavery is still going on. And in fact, it's big business. It's even bigger than before. And we, thanks to the effort of everybody who are part of the platform, Citizen AY, the platform where we speak to truth to power, we were able to free this young lady. I don't know if I've got a picture of her close on hand, but I'm going to make sure I'll get to send me a picture. But I mean, she said when she touched ground, when she flew from Iraq to Saudi Arabia and then back to Sierra Leone, the joy in her heart for finally getting free, she said, is unquantifiable. And we want every single African who have been enslaved, who are currently enslaved in Arab countries, to experience that. We want them to experience that and be able to come back and tell their story and join in raising that awareness to stop Africans from going to Arab countries, because the only thing that they do to them is to enslave them over and over. Many of them have gone and they've lost internal body organs, kidneys, whatever you name it. Other things are taken from them. Some of them don't come back alive because we're not seen as human beings. And we need an West African Alliance of Sahel states will not tolerate this. No way. Many African leaders are silent on this issue, and that is why we need to really, speak up. It is so unacceptable. So, like I said, we've got we said we wanted a 1 million target, and I'm serious about it, because the problem, until we have a system that is Africa. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry about that. I keep talking away. Sorry. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you very much. I'll say that again. So this is a very important topic that we're talking about here. Millions of Africans are enslaved, and until we have a structure, an African structure that will make sure that any African that is put in that situation is taken out and is taken back, and the countries involved are fined. The only thing we can do right now, individually or collectively, is to support GoFundMe like ours here, where we use the funds to get people back home. Like I said, in the case of Aisha, it was through the donations of the people on this platform. And you know the beauty of all of this? None of us have ever met the people that donated, myself, and those who are in the logistics, who are planning and everything else. We have never met physically. But yet we had the confidence to know that this was something important to free one of us out of being enslaved in 2025 and 2024 back then, in 2024 in Iraq. And we, with our combined effort, we achieved it. Now Aisha is with her aunt in Ghana, and she's getting treatment for her typhoid that she got while she was in Iraq. So I want us to have that belief. Please go to the GoFundMe. The link is on there. You can donate to it, because there are other people. As I speak in Iraq, for example, there are a lot of African women who are enslaved with their passports taken away. In Iran, same thing. In Lebanon, you know, even in Gaza, would you believe there are? I couldn't believe it. You know, in Saudi Arabia, in UAE, there are a lot of Africans enslaved, and we must take that step to make this change. So I really wanted to bring that to our attention today. And I'm so grateful for many of you that have joined and spoken. And thank you so much for the gifts. And Linda, thank you for the gifts as well. Amatu, thank you. And many people who have donated. I'm really grateful for that, for your support. It is really, really important that we continue to do the work and give each other the boost that we need to achieve the goals that we set ourselves. You know, it's very important that we continue that work. We must drive forward and raise the awareness in our communities. So this is a very important topic that we raised here. Now, I am going to have to split this broadcast into two parts. The first part of it, I was going to talk about the man here that you see on the screen, this man. I'll do that in the part 2. I'll make it a part 2, and it will be the first thing I talk about, because the other issues that we were talking about, the live issues, took a lot of time to explain. I want to have a bit of a break, and then maybe, if not today, be tomorrow, we will do this. But for the time being, don't forget to go and sign those petitions. Or let me put the link up for the GoFundMe into the bio, into the comment section of the YouTube broadcast also. So let me see. I'll go that. Let me do that again. So here we go. Okay. So there we have that. And then one more. Let me just do one more thing. Where is it? Is that it? No. Yeah. Okay. Got it. So one more. I'm going to pin one more there so that those who are watching on YouTube can also sign it. So you got the one for the GoFundMe and the one for signing for the Ibrahim Traore to be the leader, to be the president for all of Africa. One leader, one president. That's what we want as Africans, and it is doable. And we need to continue with that work. It is such a pleasure having you all join me. We're going to play out with our usual song. It's a song I wrote, and if you want this hoodie, get in touch with me via the DM or on YouTube. This is $20, £20, and that's 40 pounds. The hoodie and the beanie. And if you wanted to help you get the message out there about the platform, on this platform we really do a lot of research. Our research is to speak truth to power, to empower Africans to really work for each other and free ourselves from bondage. Nobody's going to do it for us, you know. So we need to Kwambo Don Virgo. Yes, we should only deal with each other until the land will respect us. Exactly. And that's another thing. Thank you. Well said, Kwabo Don Virgo. Again, we are encouraging Africans to we want Africa to have a free trade. And to that end, I always say to Africans, make sure that wherever you are on this planet, you buy African goods. Buy from your African brothers and sisters, patronize their shops, buy something from them at least once a month. Go and spend your money with your African brothers and sisters, because you're going to keep their economy going, keep their their business going, and it's of immense importance that we begin to connect. And likewise in Africa, we need to make sure that in Africa we have to make sure that we trade among ourselves. Burkina Faso now, they are now trading and they're selling tomato paste to countries in Africa. They're selling it to food that they're making. They're selling it, they're having it with other Africans as well. And these are the kind of things we need to do. Buy African, build Africa. Well said, African revolution, re-evolution. This is what we need to do. These are the kind of steps that we must take. I hope you found what we're doing here beneficial. Please sign the petitions. Gift the GoFundMe. Next week, I am hoping to bring Aisha live. Let me see if I've got a picture of her that I might share. I might have a picture of her, but I want to see a picture. I'll see, but obviously I want to speak to her first. Make sure that she is okay. Okay, she's answering me. Okay, so let me see. Let me just make sure I do this now. Okay. Sent one. Okay, so what I want to do is to make sure that we know that we all understand that working together, it was through our efforts. Again, I want to thank everybody that donated on this platform, because that was what made it possible for Aisha to come back home, to Werner, to a guy in America, to another guy in London here, and others. And there's an Iraqi person who also donated. He also, because that shows the humanity, and I'm really glad the Iraqi person donated. He's actually in the donation section. I'll mention his name. Aram Rajapur. He said it's from Iraq himself. Rajapur, I think it is, if I'm correct. But anyway, he donated. So okay, go ahead, Synergy. Go ahead. Let's hear from you. Go ahead.
Yes. Thank you. All right. So I just want to point out some small things to guide our brothers and sisters in Africa.
Mm-hmm.
For example, with the food, the synthetic food that they are manufacturing and giving you, saying that is aid, it is acidolan.
Yeah.
And acidolans are chemical basically used to mimic other natural products. And these are very cancerous. And for the fast food, those are also chemical based. And in England, they are legalized human meat for consumption. But also, you have to be careful of these products that you're taking into your country from international markets. Right. The food, the water is also chemical based.
Yeah.
Added mercury and fluoride. So you have to be very careful of what they are doing for you in your country as a so-called aid, right? So these companies that they set up literally to analyze you by bit.
Indeed.
Right? So that is what I want to point out to my brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
So I'll be on the road now. So have a good day. Stay safe.
You too. Thank you so much.
And be respectful to each other.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you, Synergy. Thank you. Thank you for your comments, and thank you for raising the awareness. We need this awareness. We need to, when I'm coming back live again, I'll make sure you get the link. I think I'm following you. We're following each other. So when you see me live, do join me, and of course, I'll bring you straight on here, because we need to hear more information like this. And we have to repeat it even many times for it to get into our communities. So thank you so much. A round of applause to you. Have a pleasant afternoon as well. Thank you. Thank you so much. So, beloved, thank you also for joining and for comments that you make. I think somebody is trying to join now. I think we are going to wrap up here. I am going to, please continue to sign those petitions. We have to put our intentions out there on the African continent. Now it's Africa. We are not taking any nonsense from anybody on the African continent. It's time for us to really, Oh, thank you very much. African Revolution said, I have to go for real, but let me pledge full support to what you are doing. I appreciate you. Thanks so much. And thanks for the gifts, everybody who's joining now. Thank you so much for the gifts and for the donations. With over 30,000 likes on the broadcast. Thank you so very much. I'll be back later on. And you, those of you on YouTube, continue to give us a thumbs up. We really appreciate you. And your comments. We may disagree with some of the comments, but we are happy to have an engaging discussion. Though we may disagree, we may have different points of view. That's okay. The point is for us to have the discussion and actually achieve the goal. We have a focus, a goal that we are trying to achieve, and it has already been achieved, achieved by the likes of Ibrahim Traore, Asimigota General Chiani. They're doing the work that needs to happen on the African continent, and we don't have to take any lectures from anybody on that front. Africans must do what is best for Africa. After all, America is doing what is in the interest of America. Europe are doing what is in the interest of Europeans. Chinese are doing what is in the interest of Chinese. Likewise, Africans must do what is in the interest of Africans. Likewise, no more, no less. That's the reality of what we're saying. What is General? Thank you very much. It is so important that we continue to emphasize that. We must stand on our own 2 feet. We must make sure that our resources benefits us. And not only must we do it, it is happening. You can see Ibrahim Traore, Asimigota, General Chiani, they are not taking any money from IMF or World Bank. And they are the fastest growing economy in Africa, if not the world right now. Yes. Those 3 countries, they're not taking any IMF loan. They're not taking any World Bank loan. They are doing it with barter, with the resources, the enormous resources they have. They are able to trade. They bought a 98-seater plane without paying using loan. These are the realities on ground. So we're not just talking. This is doable. This is doable, and it is something we must support. So I want to greet everybody watching us on YouTube. Thank you so much. You can play this back later on. Tomorrow or later on today, I'm going to come back and I will talk about Ibrahim Babangida. And we need to, this is more localized for Nigerians and West Africans. They will understand what this really means. Because unfortunately, what he has done is to use the religion to actually get his own achieved goals rather than the common goal for the people. Whereas Ibrahim Traore is working on the common goal for the people, not his personal goal. Big difference. We need to really highlight that. And that is what we are here to speak about. Again, please make sure you sign that petition. It shows it's a demonstration of intent. And that is something that we need to really begin to advocate for, ensure that we speak up on. And of course, before I go, I advocate for us to have our constitution in our local languages, Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa, in all our local languages. We need to be proud to be speaking African language on our continent. It is African language. We are on the African continent, and we must encourage people to wear their clothes, the African culture, to eat African food, to eat, sing African songs, speak their language, speak their mother tongue. And any guest coming, all guests, Africans, as you know, we are welcoming. But the guests must be on our land on our terms. They must, let me say that again slowly. Africans are welcoming to the rest of the world. But from here on, we must ensure that we make it a situation, a must, that any guest that comes to Africa must respect the way we do things in Africa without question. Because guess what? Africans are told in all parts of the world, when they go to America, when they go to Canada, when they go to Europe, when we have to do exactly what they are told. But it's interesting, when it comes to Africa, no, they start telling us what we must do on our continent. That is wrong. And it's because our culture, our language, our food, everything else they've been bastardized and made to be rendered useless to us, when in fact they are the best things to do. Linda, I will send it to you directly. I'll send it to you. I'll send you the link for the petition, Linda. So, but it's important that we understand now, but going forward, that as Africans, I'm speaking to you in African deliberately. because I'm an African. Mo fẹ́ kẹ́ máa sọ èdè yín, mo fẹ́ kẹ́ mọ ẹ̀tọ́ yín ní èdè yín, mo fẹ́ kẹ́ máa jẹ oúnjẹ yín, mo fẹ́ kẹ́ máa wọ aṣọ yín. I'm speaking to you in African because I'm breathing life into my culture. It is part of whom I am. It is my essence. And just like it's the essence of an Englishman to speak English, so it is my essence as an African to speak Yoruba. These are what we need to do to breathe life and strength and purpose into our culture as it once was. And for so long, that has been taken away from us. We need to bring that back. And that is what we're trying to do on this platform. So I thank you all. It's been a pleasure having you join us on this platform. I'll be back later on. Before I go, I have a song which I wrote. It's called How Long Una Go to Suffer. It goes something like this. So thank you very much for listening. I'll be back later on. Ha! Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Here we go. How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this offer? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this offer? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this offer? How long go? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this offer? My people, we don't tire inside Nigeria. Now slave camp we dey oh. My people, we don't tire for the country where them they call Nigeria. Now slave camp oh. The time don't nap where we supposed. Stand up for our rights oh. Stand up for our rights oh. The time don't nap where we supposed. Stand up oh, for our rights oh. For self-determination. How long? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this offer? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this offer? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this offer? How long go? How long? How long, my people? How long? How long gonna go this offer? Abdul Salam na fake man. He put that constitution for your head, yo. Abdul Salam na fake man. Now military man can't tell na say una get constitution. Na lie yo, na fake, na fraud oh. That constitution. Now then they take close to na eye yo. May una wake up, may una wake up, whoa. Moka berenio, I just they wonder. 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 Berenio, I just they wonder. Moka berenio, I just they wonder. Moka berenio, I just they wonder. Moka berenio, I just they wonder. My people, I want make una know so. Self-determination, oh, like alright, yo. My people, I want make una know so. Self-determination, you're right, yo. You must fight for your rights. You must stand for your rights. You must get up, stand up. You must tell your people for your village, for your town, for your city, any inside country where you there. Oh, Atiku, Emilokon, Opita Obi no be the solution. Now the solution, now it be the solution. Make una wake up. Make una wake up. Time don't knock. You be a man. You be the friend. I won't make it know say. Self-determination, now you're right, you. Yeah, 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 Yoruba land na your land, yo. Middle belt na your land, yo. Hausa land na your land, yo. Biafra land na your land, yo. No be Nigeria, no be Nigeria, no be Nigeria, no be Nigeria. Ra, 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 oh. Thank you so very much. It's been a pleasure having you join me. Please continue to sign the broadcast. You have to open it in your search engine. You got to go and open it in your search engine. It should work. Linda, I'll talk to you more about it later on. Thank you for listening. You've been listening to Citizen NY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Don't forget to sign those petitions. The one for Ibrahim Traore, the one for closing the bases, and of course, gift the GoFundMe. Next week we'll be bringing Aisha to join us live. But I'll come and talk to you about the second part of the broadcast. This one particularly, this here, about Ibrahim Babangida. It's specific to Africa, to West Africa, and specific, particular Nigerians, but it is relevant nonetheless, and we'll cover it. I have it here. We'll talk about it, but for now, I got to stop. For now, I say bye for now. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure having you join us, and thank you for the gifts as well. A round of applause to everybody that joined us, and we say thank you very much. And I say, Chair, that you made your presence here made the whole broadcast a success. Thank you so much. Please continue to subscribe to us on YouTube, give us a thumbs up, help us reach more people, likewise on TikTok, and share the message. Whatever you learned here, please don't just keep it to yourself. We need you to go and engage in your communities to awaken people. There's a lot for us to do on the African continent. For now, I say thank you very much. It's been a pleasure having you join me. I am Citizen AY signing off. Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power about later on. Thank you, and bye for now. Bye for now. Bye. Okay, so that is TikTok done. Thank you. And those of you on YouTube, thank you so very much. It's been such a pleasure. I've really enjoyed the time. And what we need to do is continue with the work. There's a lot more to do. I'm going to have a bit of a break, and we'll come back again. Like I said, I'm going to go do the second part, the one with the military leader, Babangida, as part 2. I will talk about that. That's the first thing I'll talk about, so I can get that topic covered, because it's quite a big topic. It can actually take as much as an hour or more, because it's very, very intricate, and it talks about a lot of things that people are not aware of. We need to bring that to your attention. For now, I say thank you very much. It's been a pleasure having you join me. Thank you so much for the thumbs up. Continue to give us thumbs up. The more thumbs up you give us, the more it will reach more people. Continue to share it. And those who can watch it, who are going to watch afterwards, give us a thumbs up. Help us reach more people. We appreciate you. For now, thank you very much. You've been listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Thank you, and bye for now. Bye for now.